Well, in this class, we're going to be taking a look at 10 beautiful and heartwarming Neo Soul guitar chords. Now, what is this term and what does it mean, Neo Soul? So here's the thing, the term Neo Soul typically stands for chords and harmonies and melodies that extend beyond our traditional and conventional major and minor, or in a nutshell, the melodies and harmonies and chords that we play when we pick up a guitar for the first time, right? I mean, who can take this class? So this class is basically designed for the mid-intermediates to advanced level guitar players. Why? Yes, I'll come to that, because you have to have some prior knowledge on the basics of music theory and certain levels of major, minor, and all the basic theory and practical side of the guitar in order to pursue or / take this class. And there you go. Without further wasting time, let's jump right into and see what's waiting for us in the bold and in the mesmerizing yet rewarding world of Neo Soul. Let's see what are our 10 Neo Soul guitar chords. Let's go. Alright, so we are zoomed in onto the fretboard and here's our first Neo Soul guitar chord. And this one is a C major 9th. So here's how it sounds. So how do we go about playing this beautiful and heartwarming chord? That is, we use all the 4 fingers of our left hand. We have 5, but we will use 4. So our middle finger goes on to the 3rd fret of the A string, which is a C note, right? Our index finger goes on to the 2nd fret of the D string, which is an E note. So till now we are 3rd on the A with the middle, 2nd on the D with the index finger. Again, we come down to the low 2 fingers, that is the pinky, or as I like to call it, the useless finger. It is on the 4th fret of the G string, which is a B note. And lastly, to finish off this chord, we're using this 3rd finger or the ring finger to hold the 3rd fret on the B string, which is a D note. So all total, we have a shape like this. And for this chord, we're not playing, or should I say, avoiding playing the low and high both E strings. We're not playing it. So the only strings we are playing is the ones we are holding. That is the A, the D, the G, and the B. So here's how it sounds one more time. You can make beautiful chord progressions with this one chord itself. So that's your C major 9, or our first Neo Soul guitar chord. Let's move on to our second one. Alright, here's our second beautiful and heartwarming Neo Soul guitar chord. So this one is an E minor 9th chord and it sounds something like this. How do we go about playing this entire chord? It's very simple. Again, we use all the 4 fingers on our left hand. And what we do is first take these two, the index and the middle, and place them on the 2nd frets of the both respectively A and the D string. And then our pinky once again goes on to the 3rd fret of the B string, which is a D note. Right? And lastly, our index finger goes on to the 2nd fret of the E string, or the high E string, or the 1st string, which is an F sharp note. So all total we have. And in this case, we're playing all the strings because it's an E chord ultimately, so we're playing the E string as well. So once again, here's how it sounds. Congratulations, there you go, you have your second Neo Soul guitar chord. Fantastic, all of the chords sound really gorgeous. Let's move on to our third Neo Soul guitar chord and let's see what's there in store for us. Let's go. Yes, you heard that right. That's our third Neo Soul guitar chord in a row. Wow, we're already reaching the third. Isn't that fantastic? So this one is quite sounding and moralizing and meaningful in sound. So this is a C7 flat 13 chord, or also known as a C dominant 7th flat 13 chord. And once again, here's how it sounds. I'll try and play it cleanly. Sounds pretty crazy, right? So what we're doing here is we're not playing the chord here, as you can see. We're taking our index finger and straight on jumping on to the 8th fret of the guitar. Alright? And then our small or useless finger, or the 4th finger, goes on to the A string 10th fret. So till now we have bar on the 8th fret and 10th fret on the A string with our last or the 4th finger. Then the two more left fingers, we're gonna have to put them to work, right? So what we're gonna do is take the 3rd finger. Now it's a bit quirky here, so pay attention. We're gonna take the 3rd finger and put it on to the 9th fret of the G string, and we're gonna take the middle finger and put it on the 9th fret of the B string as well. So all 4 fingers in use. So more or less, if you look something like this, I tend to hold it with the ring finger on the 9th of the G and the middle finger on the 9th of the B, like this. Okay. So you can hold it either wise, vice versa, or like this, whatever is comfortable to you, right? And once again, here's our C dominant 7th or C7 flat 13 chord. Here's how it sounds. There you go. There's a third beautiful and heartwarming, and this one is quite crazy, right? Neo Soul guitar chord, which is a C7 or C dominant 7th flat 13 chord. Enjoy practicing and playing that, and let's move on to our 4th beautiful Neo Soul guitar chord. Let's go. Right, here's our 4th beautiful and heartwarming Neo Soul guitar chord. This one is a D minor 9th chord. And here's how gorgeous this sounds. Take a listen. Alright, so to play this chord, it's very simple. Number one, what we do is once again use all the 4 fingers on the left hand, right? What we do is take our middle finger and place it on the 5th fret of the A string, which is a D note. Right, then we take our index finger, place it on the 3rd fret of the D string, which is an F note. So all total we have the 5th fret on the A string with our middle finger, D note, and index finger on the 3rd fret of the D, which is an F note. Then we are left with these two. Our ring finger goes on to the 5th fret of the G string, which is a C note, and our little finger or useless finger goes on to the 5th fret of the B string, an E note. So all total we have these 4 strings, the A, D, G and the B. Right? And we're not going to be playing the both E's once again, the low E, the 6th string, and the high E, the 1st string. So what we're doing is only playing the strings which we are holding, that is the A, D, G and the B. How beautiful is it, right? Enjoy and have fun, and let's move on to our nearly halfway guitar chord, which is our 5th, which is the next one. Right, here's our 5th Neo Soul guitar chord. As I said, we're already halfway there, and I'm very excited. This one is a G7 sharp 5, also known as a G dominant 7th sharp 5. And here's how crazy this one sounds. Check it out. Tell me, you like that, didn't you? So it's a very simple chord to play. How do we play that? It's very simple. So on the 3rd fret, I bar my index finger on all the 6 strings. Right? And then I take these 2 middle fingers, two fingers in the middle, that is the middle and the ring finger, and place it on the 4th fret of the G and the B strings respectively. And that's what it gives, that, this is what gives the chord a personality maybe. So here's how it sounds. So bar and 4th frets on the G and the B with my middle 2 fingers. So maybe this chord can be a bridging chord, which means, you're playing something like, bridging between 2 chord progressions. That chord, this is maybe, but this is a G7 sharp 5 once again for you, and here's how it sounds. There you go. That's your 5th Neo Soul guitar chord in a nutshell. Enjoy practicing, playing, and let's move on to our 6th Neo Soul guitar chord. Let's go. Right, there you are, and here I am. Here's our 6th Neo Soul, and once again heartwarming, beautiful yet mysterious guitar chord. This is a B7 sharp 5 guitar chord, also known as a B dominant 7th sharp 5. Let's see how we play this. Alright, to play this B dominant 7th sharp 5 chord, or also known as, what we do is we hold 2 notes. That is, with our index finger, we are on the 1st fret of the D string, which is a D sharp note, and taking our pinky, or the useless finger once again, and putting it on the 3rd fret of the high E string, which is a G note. So in a nutshell, we have 1st fret D string with our 1st finger, and 3rd fret high E string with our pinky, or the 4th finger, that's G note. And we do not play the 6th string for this chord. So we are playing the A, D, G, B, E, the last 5 basically. So here's once again how it sounds, your B7 sharp 5, or also known as B dominant 7th sharp 5 chord. There you go, there's your 6th Neo Soul and heartwarming and yet mysterious guitar chord. Let's move on to our 7th one and let's see what we have in store for us. Let's go. Alright, here's our 7th heaven, or our 7th Neo Soul guitar chord. This is an A minor 9th chord, and here's how it sounds. Isn't that gorgeous? Here's how we play this chord. Middle finger on the 5th fret of the E string, which is an A note at the root position. Index finger on the 3rd fret of the A string, which is a C note. Our last 2 fingers of the ring or the pinky goes on respectively on to the D string, 5th fret, and G string, 5th fret. And we play all the strings over here, okay? So here's your A minor 9th. Isn't that gorgeous? And that's your A minor 9, or our 7th heaven, or the 7th Neo Soul guitar chord in store for us. Let's move on to the 8th, and we're reaching the end very soon. Let's go. Right, here's our 8th wonder of the world, or the 8th Neo Soul guitar chord, and this one is a D major 9th chord. And once again, here's how it sounds. Isn't that gorgeous? Let's see how to play this really simple chord in a nutshell. So what we do is first take our pinky finger, 4th finger, put it on the D string 4th fret, which is an F sharp note. Then we have these 2 fingers on to the 2nd frets of both the B and the G strings respectively. And we play the chord from the A string here. That's your D major 9, or our 8th Neo Soul guitar chord. Let's move on to our 9th Neo Soul guitar chord. Let's see what's in store for us. Alright, here's our 9th Neo Soul guitar chord in a nutshell for us. And this one is a C sharp minor 11. It sounds something like this. How gorgeous, isn't it? So how do we play this chord? Once again, it's a really simple chord. We take our index finger, bar it all across from the 5th string this time, not the 6th. So from the A string to the E string at the very bottom. Alright, so 5 strings we are barring. And then our middle finger or the second finger goes on to the 5th fret of the B string, which is an E note. So all in a nutshell, we have something like this. And once again, we don't play the 6th or the E string here. Alright, so directly from the A string, the one which we are barring all across on the 4th fret of the fretboard, and 5th fret, our middle finger is on the B string. And there you go, there's your 9th or second last guitar chord. Let's move on to our very last guitar chord. Let's go. Alright, here's our 10th or our very last guitar chord of this class, and this is an F11 chord. And once again, here's how it sounds. Well, doesn't that sound very, very soothing and relaxing? How do we go about playing this chord? It's very simple once again. We take our index finger and bar it on from the D string this time to the rest. From D, G, B, E, we are barring on the 3rd fret of the fretboard. Right, so after barring the 3rd fret on the D, G, B and the E strings, the last 4, we take our middle finger and put it on the 4th fret of the B string, which is a D sharp note, and there we have it. We have an F11 chord. That's how simple it is. Once again, for this chord, the caution is to not play the E and the A strings. So we are again playing directly from the D, that means from the bar which we are starting. There you go. There you have your last guitar chord of this class. Thank you so much. I appreciate your patience and watching and learning from this class. I hope you've got to learn a lot of things. Try and implement all of these ideas that you've learned. Don't just learn the chords, apply them into your own songs and whatnot, and you'll be in a very, very good position. I can solemnly assure you that. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Take care.